All right, what's good? Welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a real easy one to judge. And it's just because it was all over the place. But I just came from work, did a 12-hour shift, and I work with dogs. So, reading body language all day, your mind could be pretty tired at the end of the day. But rather than coming home and doing absolutely nothing, I decided to take care of some of my house duties and then make my way to the gym so I could work on a few things. And I didn't really take it from the top like normal, but I knew coming down here I would express a couple things that have been lingering because it has been 2 to 3 days since I last worked out. But I noticed early on I was kind of more so focused on feints or like at least trying to figure out what movements do I have that I can align punches to. And of course, this is all being coded from the ground up. I don't have a coach telling me exactly what to do. So what's going to happen is I'm going to learn this very freely. I'm going to be conscious in my movements. But right now there's a lot of uncertainty. I don't know everything about this because a lot of the different mechanics that you need to be good at martial arts take tons of repetition, and of course you do have to do it the right way, which I know is debatable. I'm sure what you see on here doesn't look even remotely close to right, but that is okay because in time we're going to clean it up. But there's core principles that we're working on, and sometimes it is hard to explain everything. And of course, optically, that doesn't give you the best impression as a viewer because I'm not trying to curate any specific energy. I literally turn the camera on, you see everything I do, and then I usually upload the raw file, don't even edit it. But of course, I do leave certain segments out, especially a lot of the stretching stuff. I know y'all probably don't care to see that, and if you did, I don't know, it could be weird. So I just avoid that completely. And do keep in mind, I only show me next to the slip bag and the punching bag because I realized that was a pretty potent setup. Really just spreading awareness on that could help a few of you out. Of course, you will have to determine how far away you want to put it and everything. But of course, you need to base that off of your body metrics. I'm literally 5'9", 145. But from there, it is just to replicate somewhat the void in between. And also, the slip bag keeps you on new energy and constantly moving. Of course, everybody likes to yell at you. Head movement, keep your head moving, move your head, get your head off the line, etc., etc. So, of course, just standing next to it, you start to try to figure out the different scenarios and ways that you could enter. And from there, you really just have to get creative. But of course, when you're learning something, it's going to be awkward. You're going to have to embrace the cringe. You're going to have to realize that you're not good at something. And regardless what people judge you on it, if you know you want to get better at it, the only way to do that is to keep doing it. And of course, there's going to be noise that comes. There's going to be people that try to deter you. But isn't that part of the journey? And you choosing to believe what you feel in your heart and your gut. And actually, the more you can trust it, the better the connection is going to be to the earth, to the planet, to the people that live here, and ultimately to what you call God or what you refer to as God. But overall, for me, this is just about building a connection between mind, body, and spirit. You really can't go wrong with exercise. So, overall, just being down here is boosting my energy levels, raising my vibration, and of course, keeps me on a path of constant growth. So, overall, just a quick update, really. I didn't spend very long down here today, maybe 15 minutes, but I definitely feel good about what I did. And the goal for me is always returning tomorrow, not feeling like I could put it off for the next few days. So if I stay consistent, I do this every day or as close to every day as possible, then my whole learning arc is going to be fast routed. And of course, there is no easy or fast route, but it'll be the faster route. Doing this every day, keeping it on the forefront of my consciousness, and just growing a little bit better, minimum, every day. So that is the goal at hand right now. Just to continue doing this. Of course, staying consistent isn't always the easiest thing, especially with life stuff happening around you. But finding a way to dedicate the time to the things you say you want to do is where it starts. You might have to move a couple things around, figure something out, but that's where you weigh your options, risk to reward. Nobody can make these decisions for you either, so you do have to kind of step in front of it and be happy with your decision, literally regardless of the outcome. That's the type of beat I'm on lately. And with that being said, that does pretty much wrap this video up. So it is cool to see overall the content is making somewhat of a difference. We're still in the growing stages. I know I might make videos for a month and then leave for 3 months, then make videos for 2 months, leave for 2 months. But that's kind of what happens when you're really focused on your real life and you just can't get around to the internet. And then also, I really don't understand the internet that well. It moves a little bit too fast for me. It's hard to keep up. I don't want to be on it all the time, but I do find myself getting caught on it sometimes. So that's also why I think making long form content is really impactful right now because people just want to vibe out with something and not give themselves squirrel brain. Like I know we all don't want that aspect to get worse. So we're trying to curate it some way possible, but it is hard to find people that you resonate with and that you could even hang out with for a long time. So you kind of just got to be vulnerable at that point as a creator. Be a little more transparent with your community, kind of let them know who you actually are. And just like I referenced a little bit earlier, I make decisions that I can be happy with regardless of the outcome. So I try to delegate time where I feel it's the best investment. And sometimes I might miscalculate, but overall, I'm willing to trust my gut over what other people tell me because I am the one who's been putting the time in. I'm staying focused, staying calculated, and overall growing better daily. So, constant growth, constant evolution. And I hope most of you are doing the same. I know it is easy to sometimes get lazy and not really do much, but just doing something is better than doing nothing. So try to devote some time to the things that you know deserve energy or at least a little bit of attention. And from there, you make that a little bit of a habit, start growing it, get consistent. And then, of course, you shape your reality. So where you invest your time, your energy, your attention is very important and it will come back to you in some form. So take care of yourselves. I will catch y'all in the next video. Peace.